Welcome, my friends, to day number 10. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. You know what that's called? Traffic. Are you excited?
Activating the
Can't you
traffic.
tell?
I can tell, it's great. Hey, traffic time. Woo!
Traffic
yeah,
time.
There
baby.
you go, there you go. Yeah, three times.
All right, 3 times.
Wow. That was intense.
That was big.
Everybody has been waiting for us to turn on the traffic
Yes.
faucet, right?
Yes, we
Yes.
have.
And we have finally come to the point to where we are about to do that. So let's get into it. How are you?
I'm great. I know you're
I'm
great.
doing-
And you're probably great too, because you're going to have traffic today.
That's it. So if everything goes well, right? We, of course, we're like in between two skyscrapers on a tightrope with no safety net and with no parachute, right? So and literally capturing everything on video. And if everything goes well, we should have you guys make a commission,
Yes.
at least a commission, over the next 24 to 48 hours.
Yes.
Great.
Okay? And so how we do that is, of course, activating traffic.
Exactly right. Very
So
exciting.
yesterday, Jason, you weren't here. We had a nice session and we talked about, the checklist.
I saw the notes. You guys went really deep. A lot of thorough details, step by step by step. I think you can probably place more pixels and pick up more links than anybody in the free world.
I think so.
Probably.
I'm feeling pretty confident.
Did you guys have a chance to play with tracking system? Quick Magic
A little bit. There's so much. We kind of just every night we go through and kind of review what we've done the day prior.
Cool.
So it's a lot. A lot of information.
Awesome.
Good.
How about you? Did you have a chance to play with the with Click Magic? A little bit. Hopefully you did, because what we're going to do today is, yesterday Jason, I showed him how to, create the links
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So we're just going to go fast today. We have a lot to get through.
Yep, we do.
And let's get into it. You guys ready?
Let's do it.
Let's rock and roll, brother.
That's right. All right.
Hit the numbers.
So here is, day number 10, the lowest hanging fruit. And we're going to explain to you what that means in just a second here, right? Listen, you might be a brand new, you might be somebody who is already doing somewhat, a little bit of marketing, or maybe you are an expert going through this thing. We've got something for all of you, right? All different categories of people. So here's what we're going to do. When it comes to traffic, Jason, I mean, you've been living in this world, and so have I. And the High Traffic Academy, that's what we do. It's
Yes.
traffic and conversions and teaching people how to get tons of traffic. Our goal, you guys, is to help you become champions, and we talked about that. And a champion is when you can get 7,500 visitors at least per month or more. Okay, to do that, same thing for you, my friend, right? So if you have identified yourself as a champion, to do that, you need to understand traffic sources. And there's tons of them, right? Should we run through them, Jason? Give them
Let's
a
go
little bit
one by one, brother. Let's go
a little bit
bro.
of a 10,000 foot overview, right?
Yeah.
When it comes to traffic, there's tons. But here is the. Say something.
Yeah. No,
I don't want to get into it.
No, you're good. You're good. One little thing. Here's a ticket. Now I want to make sure you guys are clear about this one. There are so many areas you can get traffic from. We want to give you an overview, and then we picked a few that we're going to actually work with today, tomorrow, and the next day. For the next 3 days, we're going to teach you specific traffic sources. However, we're going to give you a list of ones that we think are great. Now, High Traffic Academy, our organization, lives and breathes, my friends, in traffic. It's all we do. We've got more training programs engaged on different traffic sources than you can shake a stick at. And going into all that's great and wonderful. So we're going to give you some foundations that we want to start with today and tomorrow and the next day.
Okay.
However, realize what we give you right now is, as Vic said, it's kind of a 1,000 or 10,000 foot level. And as we hear points and positions, we're not going to go deep into all of them, but you can, because some of these are super, super simple, and we want to spark your brain. A good entrepreneur is always thinking of new ways to do something different and better. You don't care about the competition, you just care about making sure you can make your mark like everybody else is trying to, slowly but surely and step by step. So take all of this as an overview of traffic. The ones you understand, pick them out, write them down so I can do this. And the ones you don't understand says, I'm not really sure how to do this one, it's kind of scary, I never heard of this idea before. And then write it down on the left-hand side of your notes. And then you can go through High Traffic Academy and see there's a training just for that. And if there's not a training, put it aside and give us a note and contact support and say, you know what, I really want to learn how to do this area of traffic. And support will understand that, and we'll go into a queue, and we'll go ahead and start putting trainings together for that particular area. But literally, there are tons of areas you can drive traffic. Some cost you no money, some cost you a little bit of money, some can be very expensive to be a specialist in. So just put that in your mind as we pre-frame this one. We're going to go through your overview today. But we're going to begin picking out traffic for you guys and for you today. And by the end of today, you'll be seeing visitors to your sites.
Yep, awesome. You guys recall there's 3 things that we focus on, right? To really make a lot of money, you really have to have 3 things. Number 1 is product, which is our vehicle. We talked about that.
Right.
Number 2 is the system, the engine. We built it, right? That's site suite. And number 3 ingredient is traffic, and that's the fuel to your engine. So if you just take care of those 3 things, you can write your own ticket anywhere.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Here are some of the top, not top, just to give you an idea what's available out there. So if you have a personal list, this is the lowest hanging fruit, right? You can always go back to that. That's why it's important for us to teach you how to build your list. That's why we're using SiteSuite, so you can capture that list. You can come back to it over and over again. It's free traffic for you. You can tap into it on demand, get visitors on demand. Everybody, almost everybody with an internet account now has a Facebook, right? So you can certainly engage that territory. Go there. There's a great place we have that we go to get our traffic from a lot. Is Click Promise email media. We'll talk about that in a minute. And how it's different. There is strategic solo ads, and when I say solo ads, I got to be careful because a lot of people are selling solo ads. But unless you can control your marketing message, I wouldn't buy solo ad because a lot of times you'll get, you're not going to get good stuff. Okay. Right? There's a lot of people who are running some shenanigans out there in that world. So, but we'll teach you how to do it properly if that's what you want to do. There's banner media, really, really good traffic source. We're going to talk about that. There's you can go to forums, for example. There's Fiverr, very, very simple things like email signature lines, Facebook groups. We're going to teach you how to engage that. Facebook PPC, amazing platform, and some things that you have been working on in the background here recently. Really, really awesome. We're going to talk about that. There is Twitter PPC, there is Instagram, there is LinkedIn, check it out. There is YouTube PPC. Very few people, by the way, are engaging YouTube PPC. There is Bing PPC, there is Traffic Ads. We'll talk about that. There's Bloggers List. You can engage really, really, really fast traffic and long-term traffic also. There's podcast traffic that we can engage, right? There's CPA networks. My goodness, you're just scaling it. We're not even talking about like data secrets, right? No. Which is a program we have inside of High Traffic Academy. There is a lot of different places we can go to get traffic. And this is like, just to give you an idea. Listen, I like to say like this, focus on 3 at a time, right? So you pick 3 traffic sources and you get really, really good at it. And then once you master those, or at least you get comfortable with them, then add 3 more, right? So don't get overwhelmed with all this. And what we're gonna do is, in High Traffic Academy, so we sit back, we kind of sat back with Jason and we said, look, if somebody's brand new coming in, and people can be, as they're going through Project Breakthrough, they can be a starter, a builder, a champion, right? We said, look, if we were getting started, what information would we need to know? What specifics would we need to learn, right? Cutting out all the fat, so to speak, and just focusing on the 20% or the 4% that's going to get us a 96% result, right? And so we've put together 3 different packages specifically for beginners, for builders, and for champions. Right. And so those packages will tell you exactly what to focus on. It's like laser focused. If you just pick that and go through it and become master at it, take like a week, right? You will never ever have to worry about traffic. We'll talk about that as we get over the next couple of days. We'll introduce you to that stuff as well. Okay. Same thing with you, just keep that in the back of your mind. But where do we start, Jace?
You know what, let's get started 100% on doing the lowest hanging fruit, and let's figure out what our assignment is. So today, we're gonna go through a couple of things. Number 1, we wanna make sure one of the lowest hanging areas across the world is your Facebook wall. I mean, think about it. You've all got a Facebook account, don't you? And if you don't, go get one, you'll need it. And if you don't have one, we'll deal with that tomorrow. But right now, we're gonna open up a Facebook wall. That's a very simple process to do. Number 2, your personal list. If you've got your own personal list, you wanna make sure you engage that entire process, because emailing your list of people you know, ones that are already opted in, that's simple, simple, simple in every single way. And then number 3, we're gonna look at Click Promise today. Click Promise is a place where you can actually go online. We talked about this earlier. When you go to clickpromise.com, you can actually do an email drop. So not knowing anything about the online space whatsoever, you're gonna actually go ahead and say, you know what? I want visitors. I need so many clicks. And you'll be able to place an order online today to get you click. It's an option. You don't have to do it, but it's another simple door to walk through to get instant traction like now. So you place your order for Click Promise, you'll have a couple of emails back and forth, and they'll set everything up for you and drop the email campaign for you to your specific landing page and give you traffic. So that's what we're gonna do today. So step by step, we're gonna walk you through this one. So let's rock and roll this process. You ready?
Yeah. Ready.
All right.
So the cool thing about, I just want to point this out, the cool thing about Click Promise is literally traffic on demand. You order it and it delivers, you don't have to literally do anything. Right?
Yeah, not at all.
And we'll talk to you about the the importance of and the cool side of that, as opposed to buying traffic from any other places that we have found, and we'll give you guys that warning as well.
Yeah.
All right, so
Facebook wall.
Facebook wall.
We need a link.
We need the link first, all right? So if you're going to post a Facebook, and we talked about this yesterday as well, and we actually did a little test, right, with ClickMagick yesterday about that. So we are going to be promoting this landing page and this landing page. We want to split test them. We want to rotate them in real time, right? So I'm not going to go through the process again because I explained it to you yesterday. If you didn't watch the video yesterday, make sure to go back and review that. It explained to you very thoroughly there. Now, I'm going to create a Facebook link, right, to post a Facebook. So let's just do that together real quickly. We're going to pop over to our ClickMagick. And, of course, we have our test link from yesterday, right? Here it is. I'm going to go to my links. We have our test link from yesterday. We're going to start from scratch. I'm going to take you guys through the process without really explaining to you what I'm doing anymore. Not as detailed, anyways. And we're going to set it up. So I'm going to click on Create New Link. And we're going to name this one Mark's Facebook. Okay? Mark's Facebook wall. We're going to post it on Facebook wall, right? And we're going to get our primary URL. We're going to pop over to Site Suite. We're going to click on Facebook. We're going to grab this link here. Okay? Grab it. We're going to pop it over into the ClickMagick. Boom, paste it in here. Click Create Link. And the link is going to be created. Nice. Then I will go to Mark's Facebook wall. Here's our link. I'm going to click on this gear. Again, I walked you through the process yesterday, so I'm going to go fast. I'm going to click on Split Testing. And we're going to add another link for this landing page, right? So we want to split test them in real time, and we're going to rotate them. I'm going to do that. I'm going to name this one Video Version. Okay? And we'll paste the link in there. I will assign it 50%. Again, my friend, I know I'm going fast because I don't want to repeat the information from yesterday in detail. You can certainly review yesterday's video, and it's going to make a lot more sense to you if you haven't. We set it to 50-50 weight. Great. Now, the next thing what we need to do is we need to get our tracking pixel. Okay? So I'm going to click on this gear, right? Get the tracking pixel here, tracking conversions, and I will copy which one of these, Mark?
Action tracking.
There you go. There you go. Action tracking, copy that, boom, copy over here. And we're going to place it on a thank you page. So I'm going to double click on a thank you page, bring it into editor, and go to page settings on the left. Come on, computer, work with me faster. I'm just going to fly through this so we can get through as much of this as possible. And I will click on enter tracking code over here. And see, there is a pixel from yesterday. You know, we did put it yesterday, but I'm going to erase this one because we're setting the actual one right now, right? So I'm going to erase that one from yesterday, and I'm going to paste the current one in there right now that I just copied. I will publish my page and publish it, and it's good to go here when it publishes it. In the meantime, I will also go back and do the same thing for thank you page number 2. Okay. So the system is going to push out all these updates to the server. All right, so here's thank you page number 2 for this landing page. Same pixel. Pixel doesn't change because it's attached to the tracking link. Okay, and go to page settings. Okay, and I hope you appreciate the fact that we're taking, you know, and showing you the way how we're showing it to you, because it is really detailed. You know, there's really no room for confusion, especially if you are pausing the video and following along. So this is our conversion pixel from yesterday, which we're going to just erase because that was just a test. Enter this one in here, click on save, and publish the page, and we are good to go. Okay? Simple as that, you guys, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to come back to ClickMagick, and I'm going to click on this Mark Facebook wall, okay, this link, and look what it's going to do, okay? It's going to give me, it opens up, here's a link. This is my tracking link. So this link I will post on Facebook. Simple as that. And then the system is going to rotate. Now let's talk about Facebook messages, what kind of messages you can post. So for you guys, what we'll do, Jace, is, you know, we'll probably give them some examples.
Sure.
Right?
Yep.
And you can find that on the right side, you know, of this video.
Yeah.
Give you an idea. Model after it. Don't necessarily copy it. You don't want to be, you know, you don't want to be a copycat, right? You just be creative. You're talking to your friends. How would you talk to your friend? You know, just take that approach.
There's I think right on the right side, when you look at your resources, we've actually put up about a half a dozen different posts, which all you can work with. They're all generic, They're just examples what you can use. You can change them around the way you think is good, but it gets you a good head start to get things in motion. So you can use that with this initial link. So we're going to give you a couple right now, Mark.
So,
we're going to get ready to get started with you.
So for example, just to give you guys, Mark and Chris, an example here. So what would I post? Like maybe something like this, right? Something very generic, but yet you don't want to be pushy. You don't want to be pushy because you don't want to repel people. Maybe I would post something like this. Hey, really cool. This shows you how to earn up to $300 to $500 in 14 days, step by step. Amazing at no cost. Boom, simple, easy. One thing I want to point out to you guys, anytime you mention incomes, specific incomes, I always like to add up to. Okay, because we can't guarantee, we can't say here's how to earn $500,
right?
Because you just made it specific. If I say here's how to earn up to $500, it can be $20, it can be $300 or $500, right? So just it's a legal thing. Great. So and I would just post my link. My tracking link would go here, and I'm good, right? It's actually a pixel, so I would copy my tracking link. You guys get the point?
We do.
Okay, awesome. You get the point? Awesome. So step number one is go ahead and do that now. Okay. If you have a Facebook, go ahead and pause the video. Literally, put your, make a post on the Facebook wall right now, and that's it. So very, very simple. Next step, and Mark, I'm going to have you guys actually do that as your homework.
Great.
Okay. So I'll just show it to you, and then you're going to do that as a homework tonight.
Okay.
Next thing is we need to drop an email. Now, this is going to be optional. Okay. Drop it an email. Here it is. You guys don't have a list. Okay, not in the internet marketing space. So you probably have a list. I'm not sure if you have a list in mortgage, but it's not the same as what we're doing here. So for you, it's not going to be really relevant. For you, my friend, watching this, if you have a list, if you have been promoting anything on the internet, and you have 500 people, 1,000 subscribers, or 10,000 or more, it's a very good idea to engage a list. Let them know what you're doing. This is free. They'll thank you, and of course, as I sign up, you get paid, right? So. Pretty sweet deal.
Pretty simple.
How would I contact my list? Here's what I would do, okay? And I want to get into the quick promise because that's really, really cool. Here's how I would do. I would create I'll go back to my site suite, and I would create a separate link, you guys, right? Just for email people, just for my list, and I would identify it as my list. So same landing pages. I don't have to change landing pages. I can if I wanted to. But for this example here, I'll just use the same landing pages. See, traffic source, email traffic. Okay, let's create a link out of that, right? So I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click on Get Tracking URL. Now the system will give me a specific URL that's unique for that particular traffic source called email traffic for that particular landing page. I'm going to copy that. I'm going to come back to my ClickMagick. I will click on Create New Link because it's separate traffic source. Makes sense, right? I'm going to call this one My Personal List. Okay, list. All right, and I'm going to paste my first landing page over here. Okay, very simple. Create link. Super simple process, my friend. ClickMagick is the easiest tracking platform that's out there that I know about. Okay, now here's my list just created. Right, my personal list. I'm going to click this gear, and I will do what?
Split test.
Split test, because I always want to split test my stuff in real time. Now, I'm going to split test it against this page, but of course, this is email traffic now, right? So I click on email and get my tracking link for that particular landing page for that source. And here it is. It's unique. I'm going to copy, pop it over to ClickMagick, okay, as source B, and I'm just going to call it video version.
Email.
Okay.
Does it matter?
Yeah, I can add email. It doesn't really matter. It's still going to be under the same category of email per personal list. So I'm going to pop that link in there. It's a unique link, as you can see. I'm going to add 50% because I want to split test it equally. Click on Add URL. And what else do I need to do?
Click on the gear again, right?
Okay.
For track conversion.
So we're working with my personal list now.
Yeah.
And yes, I need to get a tracking conversion code. Okay, very, very important because each link is going to have its own conversion code. So I click that and I grab action pixel. It's a unique pixel for that particular traffic link or tracking link. Pop over here and add it to my thank you page. Double click it. It's going to open up in editor. You guys, it's simple as that. Creating your tracking. Now, when you do it like this, you'll have full tracking. You actually have multi-layer tracking going on across the board. See, I'm going to click on enter tracking code, and I already have my Facebook tracking pixel here. I'm just going to do double space, right? Or enter twice, and then paste another tracking pixel. Very simple. Now the system will know where the traffic is coming from. It's going to connect to its unique link. Okay, I'm going to publish it. And we are almost done. One more step for the second thank you page. And we are done. Is everything making sense to you? Okay. Sam, our video guy, he's like, yep. If it makes sense to Sam, it should make sense to you too.
Yes.
All right, here is our second thank you page. Double click it, open it in editor. See how, that's why it's so easy to, like Site Suite. That's why we tell you to get Site Suite. Go Elite. If you're not Elite already, I don't know what you're thinking. Listen, seriously. Because this is so easy. You don't have to mess with code, nothing. It's all there for you. And give you a little thing to think about, into the future here. We're actually taking a Site Suite to a whole other level, which will be available to Elites just like it is right now for free when we push out that new update, which is going to be coming out really soon as well. Yes. Okay, that's our Facebook pixel here. We'll enter the second pixel for email or personal list. Save, publish, and we are done, you guys. Okay? So now, Jason, I have a privilege and honor to ask you to walk us through Click Promise. Because
I'm going to cry. The moment's going to go deep.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Before we go into Click Promise, did we publish his link to Facebook, his post?
It will be his homework assignment.
Aha, very good job. All right, so your homework is to publish it to your wall. Good. All right, so I'm going to walk you through another traffic source. This is kind of an instant traffic source. So today, you'll publish it to the Facebook wall. Great, that's wonderful. Today, you'll launch out an email to your list. That's great, that's wonderful. Next, we're going to get some instant traffic, and we're going to go to clickpromise.com. So I'm going to share my screen with you over here, let you see what we're doing, and you'll get a chance to see this. So, interestingly enough, clickpromise.com is a really interesting site in every single way. I love what they do. They are a three-part company. Part number one is they are an email marketing company. They have hundreds of millions of email records, and they mail these records every single day off of multiple servers. They're not spammers, but they have permission from people who have data. Number two, they're what's called a list management company. Now, you may wonder what that is, and pay attention for a second. List management is an area of monetization in this space. Now, we've been talking over and over and over about how important it is, as you know, to build your own asset. You guys realize that you have your own database, your own emails. Well, you may collect in 100, 500, 1,000, 10,000 records in your database. Now, how do you monetize that? Any ideas?
Yeah, you're going to send them different offers.
Send them different offers, right. So you're sending them notes, sending them emails saying, hey, how about this offer or this offer or this offer? But what if you could keep that data, still send them offers, but with a couple of things here and there, or a couple of phone calls or an email here and there, you actually get paid to hold on to your own list. Valuable?
Sounds good.
Sounds really good.
That's called list management. So here's the idea. You take in data, and you've got it, and you go over to the guys at Click Promise, or the gals at Click Promise, you say, listen, I'm bringing in so many hundreds or so many thousands of records per day. I'm capturing them on my website, and they're valid opt-ins. I've got all the information together. They've given me real data. Somebody gave you a real email address, agreed to your terms, you're all set, you're all good, you've got that in. Now, what Click Promise will do, if you want them to, is take your data and mail offers to them and do all the work for you. Find other ways to monetize that data. And you'll still be able to mail it. You'll still be able to use it in the same capacity, but it's an additional source of revenue that you get for doing nothing but passing your data and your list over to Click Promise. It's called list management. So that is this. So let's say they figure out your list comes in from people who are interested in work from home. And Click Promise says, you know what, we get a lot of lists like that. Maybe this person's interested in a credit card offer. Maybe this person's interested in this kind of an offer or that kind of offer. So they run their algorithms, they run their reports, they run their back-end systems, and they figure out your offers, your data performs the best and monetizes the best from credit card offers. So they'll mail that user a credit card offer. The user then does what? Opts in, they apply for the credit card, and they pay $50, right? So Click Promise receives $50 off of your list. Click Promise then gives you $25. And what did you do?
Nothing.
You just made money.
Exactly.
Mark's like, that sounds good.
Sounds great.
Now, they won't share your data with any other affiliate, correct?
None.
Okay.
Your data is maintained
Just managed
100%
by them.
at Click Promise, and they mail it out blindly, meaning that they don't tell everybody it came from you.
Okay.
So they just mail the data out under their servers, under their licenses, and under their systems, and they monitor how the opens, the clicks, and they find out what converts. And you can put certain parameters around what you don't want to do and that kind of fun stuff. But the reality is, they're just giving you back money. So the more data you generate, remember, you're paying money to generate data in some capacities. Right now, milling your own personal list is zero cost. Posting on a Facebook wall is zero cost. Well, they're getting more traffic might require you to say, I'll spend a few dollars to get a return on my investment. Well, if you're spending money for getting more opt-ins, guess what? It'd be a great way to get some of that money back.
Absolutely.
So list management is a great, great door that Click Promise offers. So that's a big, big, big ticket. Now, our program, as you mentioned, Data Secrets, is a program at High Traffic Academy that goes deep in the list management, deep into monetizing data. Listen, I've been monetizing data for 20 years. It's a ton of money. We do reverse append. What that means is, what happens if the email address that you collected today, joe@johndoe.com, what happens if I could take that record, run it against Experian, the biggest data company in the world, or other firms like that, and find out that your record, you've got this person, matches up with another database where a person loves to buy shoes. It's huge data. Now I can reverse append their address, their phone number, the geographic location, everything about them from an email address. And then I say to you, listen, hang on for a second. They just opted in to an offer that said how to make money at home in 14 days. Now, I use that email record and I go to do a reverse append through a database system and find out this person also likes to buy shoes and clothing and what have you. I have a company over here that says that they would love to meet someone who would like to find a business opportunity. I can then say, hang on, I got one. John@johndoe.com. They're right here. I've got them. I know who they are. I reverse appended them. That company then says to me, okay, I'll give you X dollars to be able to see if you would send an email to him for this. Now you're getting paid to just have data. See, when we say your data is an asset, my friends, we mean that literally. Like it is a car or a house or a diamond ring, it's an asset. Data is king.
It's like a bank account.
It is a bank account. It's a very good analogy.
Tap into it and get some money.
Exactly. So Data Secrets goes deep into that High Traffic Academy, and we work that through, and we do our champions training as our elites. We explain that in great detail. But that's a door. So Click Promise does email marketing, where you can actually purchase an email drop from Click Promise, and they'll send out offers for you instantly. Then they'll also take in your data, if you choose to license it to them, and they'll mail the offer and give you money. And on top of that, they're an affiliate network. And of course, we've already created an account at Click Promise. We understand they're a network where we can actually get affiliate campaigns like the ones we're looking for, and we get paid for them as well. So it's a very diverse and a very cool company to work with, and we like them a whole lot. So what we're going to do right now is a traffic source process. Is, you know what? We got our landing pages. We have everything we need. Let's go ahead and let's make a purchase. I'll tell you what. Why don't you, my friend, get us a link for Click Promise. We'll have to walk you through that again. You guys know how to get a link, don't you think? All right, so we'll go ahead and get a link offline, and you and I will work together and place an order at Click Promise.
Okay.
Cool.
Rock and roll? All right. So the first thing we're going to do, as you can see here on my screen, I'm at clickpromise.com. All you got to do is go right to the link that says right here, it says email, or up on the very, very top. We click on email, and it comes up to our page that says email marketing with a promise. And this is kind of cool. This is why the company is called Click Promise, which is why I like it so much. Number one, a Click Promise literally is just that. It's a promise of clicks. So if you say, I want 100 clicks, they promise to deliver 100 pre-framed messages to your link. So that means a pre-framed message. The user who sees the offer has seen a creative or an HTML email or content or text that you approve, and the user clicks on the link and comes to your landing page, and then we hope that they convert, right? That's the idea of a Click Promise. But you don't want to put an offer out there unless the user who sees the offer, sees your message, says they're interested in that message, and they click on it to come to your page. You don't want them to see an offer for grocery stores. You don't want them to see an offer for green shoes, right? Or green shirts. You don't want that. You want them to say, yes, I'm in the mortgage business and I want a new way of income. Or yes, I want to make money from home. That's called a pre-framed message. Click Promise will do that for you by engaging them to give you a click promise. It's a guarantee. If you don't get the clicks you're ordering, then you get your money back. That's simple.
Awesome.
You can't go wrong. Now, if your message that you put out to them and they mail for you doesn't get you the conversion, is it the fault of the message you're sending to the person, or is it Click Promise's fault? It's probably the message they're being sent that you approved. So our job is make sure we get the most pre-framed message as possible so that Click Promise gets qualified clicks that come to your landing page. Remember, targeting the message to the right audience. So here, scroll down just a little bit, and honestly, it's super easy. Right in the front of the page, it's a great big link that says, buy a Click Promise today. How we make you money is a nice little diagram. We review your creative and generate it along with your campaign details. Then we send targeted, distributed emails to their database of users. 3, they use advanced technology to track the opens and the click ratios, and then they optimize and adjust the email for maximum performance. So there's 4 steps they go through to get data sent off to you, okay? So the very first thing you want to do is click on Order Now. Pretty simple. When we're doing so, we don't need to do anything about telling them the message we want to create or the creative we want to send. We place our order, and then we'll get an email back from their support team. And it says, okay, what message do you want to send? Show me your link, which is Vick's gathering that together for you, and show me the creative that you want to send, my friend. Then you'll send that back to them, and I'll show you how to get that next while we're waiting for them to respond to us. Then they'll drop the email out. And then we just kind of sit back and just kind of watch our click magic and watch the clicks roll in. So what we're going to do right now is we're going to select a quantity. So right up in here, we see a pricing point. So the clicks run at different prices. The standard prices are 100 clicks for $2 a click, 250 clicks for $1.90 a click, 500 for $1.70, etc. And so you simply buy your Click Promise based on that. Now, if you're an elite member, and you better be an elite member by now, but if you're an elite member, you get a value if you did something when you became an elite member. So when you became an elite, you bought your first month of elite membership at High Traffic Academy. Well, as an elite member, as long as your elite membership is active, you get to buy any click you want from clickpromise.com at $1.50 a click, no matter what the quantity you purchase is.
That's great.
Wow.
So
That's great.
you guys are saving money. So you have a coupon code you can apply that to across the board. So how many clicks do you guys want to purchase for this first test?
I don't know, what do you say about like a
1,000? Does
$1,000?
that work?
Sounds perfect, fine. Now, as an elite member, you were given a special coupon code. And of course, at home, you've got a coupon code which is just assigned to you for your account as an elite member of High Traffic Academy. So you want to pull that out at this time to do this one. Chris, what's yours? Do you have yours?
Day 3.
Day 3, yeah, when you became an elite member, correct.
Elite 150.
All right, Elite 150, and let's apply that. So as you can see, once you enter Elite 150, which is their code, and by the way, you got your own code, so if you're watching this video and you type in Elite 150, you won't get the discount that they're getting. So you have your own private code as an elite member that gives you these special discounts. So you'll see a checkbox to the right, you press apply, then go back to the quantity number, select the item, you'll see 1,000, click on buy 1,000, and now you can see 1,000 clicks at $1.50.
So hold on one second, Jace. I just want to clarify something. So if I'm an elite member and I just do that like twice a month or 3 times a month, I just more than paid for my entire elite membership for that particular, just in savings.
In savings, right then and there.
And plus I'm getting like site suite and
Yes.
trainings and 27 income streams. It's
crazy.
I just wanted to point
It's very clear.
that out. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, the less money you can pay to get traffic, the more money you make.
That's right.
Really, that's simple, is it not? I mean, we don't want to spend any money here. We want to make money, right? So, all right, we've got that in gear. So, tell you what, I'm going to pass the screen over to you, Mark, and you know what? We're going to buy some clicks. So, you go ahead, right then and there. We're live, my friends, right now. We're going to blur out everything across the board so you can't see Mark's personal details. But we're going to purchase right now 1,000 clicks from Click Promise. That's a big order, Mark. You guys are going deep. I love when you go over the edge. You go right down that road.
Go big or go home, baby.
That's
Go
right.
big or go home.
It's a 1 or a 0.
Yeah, I like that. It's a 1 or a 0. That's a
100
binary moment for your
100%.
life.
See, he's a good student.
Exactly.
I have been paying attention.
There you go. There you go. Awesome.
So
what if?
Go ahead.
So
you're good, brother.
okay. So if somebody's watching this and they're like, okay, do I need to know, understand all this stuff that you explained, Jason, about Click Promise and data management and all, and how do I do all that stuff?
Sure.
I just wanted to point that out that if you're brand new here, okay, all you gotta do is what Mr. Jason McLean just told you to do and what he's telling Mark to do for now. As you get further down into the training and you start accumulating that list, we have additional trainings for you that you can go through to understand and literally see step by step how do you monetize your data. So there's no stone unturned over here in this world.
None whatsoever, my friend. Listen, now you may ask yourself the question, I'm about ready to run traffic to Project Breakthrough. Do I have to use Click Promise to buy traffic? You don't have to whatsoever. There's no obligation. Our job is to give you tools and solutions you can use that will help you bring about traffic. Now, you ask the next question, do I have to buy 1,000 clicks? I mean, Mark's going deep. He's spending $1,500 to buy 1,000 clicks to get some results from it. So you don't have to do that. You don't have to go down that road either. You could spend 100, 200, whatever the quantity is, you can do so. You're getting it as an elite member at $1.50 a click. Not a problem, easy to do all day long. So you make your choices. Now we're gonna see in real time here what Mark's gonna get across the board.
Orders being processed.
Okay, perfect, awesome. All right, your order's being processed. A receipt will be sent to your inbox within 24 hours. So Mark, let's take a look and see if we've got your receipt. It probably goes there pretty quick. I actually still have myself logged in to your account. And right here in your account is your receipt. So if I look at that, here is your receipt for your clicks. Now Click Promise has that receipt. They've got it in gear, my friend, as you can see. And there's your order, all set and ready to go. You have 1,000 clicks purchased for $1,500. And then the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna wait for an email to come directly to us from the support guys at Click Promise and get ready to set that thing up. So I'll tell you what, right now, it might take about, it could be an hour, it could be 24 hours. So we're gonna try to see if we can push it along a little bit with the guys over at Click Promise and get that thing in gear. So you wanna cut right now real quick?
I say let's pause it, and then we'll still come back on the same segment though.
Yeah, same segment, and we're gonna come back today. So sometime today, we're gonna get an email. So we're gonna pause everything right this very second, and we'll be right back as soon as we get a response from the guys at Click Promise. Be right back. All right, my friends, score. We got a response back from the guys over at Click Promise. It took about an hour or so to get a response back, so it's just not bad. Yours may be different. I don't really know. So, Mark, you got an email. We haven't touched it whatsoever, so you get to watch us live engage this process. So what's it say there, Mark?
It says, hi Mark, hope you're doing well. Thanks for placing your order with Click Promise. I wanted to reach out to you and let you know that your email drop date for your order is approaching. At this time, we'll need to get some assets from you to begin setting up your campaign. So once you've chosen an offer, we will need the following assets from you. Number 1, email creative. Number 2, an offer link, a subject line and from line, and an unsubscribe link.
Okay, now I'm gonna give you a couple of quick details. Okay. Number 1, your email creative is available already in clickpromise.com because the network, this offer that we're running, Project Breakthrough, is in clickpromise.com. Okay, right. Now, you also wanna take control of your destiny. So sometimes writing your own content or writing your own plain text email is a good idea. So what you could do is you could respond back to the guys at Click Promise and say, listen, here's my content I want to mail out for the words. Here is my subject line. So you can write your own email. Okay. They've got actual HTML email available. Matter of fact, if you want to open a new tab and log into your Click Promise account, you can actually see the HTML creative that they have available to everybody that goes to everyone else. So if you're going to run projectbreakthrough.com yourself, and you want to use the standard creative, which is available at the network, you can do so. Or you can get creative and create your own creative all day long. It's a real good way to look at things. Now, if you use your own creative, you've got a chance to really narrow down your process. Now realize, the clicks you're buying at Click Promise, and you've got to realize this very clearly, means this: you are buying generic audience. Now, Click Promise does have the ability to give you narrow, targeted, focused people, but you won't pay $1.50 a click. So you'll pay more money on a CPC, remember that word, cost per click basis, than you would a general audience across the board. Okay, Mark, you get logged in?
Yes.
Perfect. All right. Let's go into our section for My Offers on the top right-hand corner there. And let's scroll down because you'll see that you've selected the offer already and we've approved it for Project Breakthrough.
Okay.
On the right-hand side, it says Creatives. Click on Creatives. The first two creatives there, it says Email Message 1.
What happened there?
Let's just scroll down. Just scroll down.
Oh,
There you go. It says Email Creative 1 and Email Creative 2. Now, those are two HTML email creators you can work with. And all you got to do is click on Get Code and Get Code to see what they look like. So clicking on Get Code opens up a new window, and that's the actual code. Top right corner says Preview. Click on Preview, and you'll see exactly what that message looks like in the email creative. So this is what will be sent by the people at Click Promise. If you don't send them any creative and the offer is inside of the Click Promise network, whatever creative they've got, they will randomly select the creative that they want to send. Now, in this email response to Click Promise, you tell them, send me email creative 1, or send email creative 2, or send the message that I'm giving to you right now.
Okay.
What would you like to do?
I like that creative.
Great.
Can they modify the creative?
They cannot modify the creative unless you pay a fee to them to
Kristen
modify
doesn't
the
like
creative.
something in the creative.
It's a moment. They can do that, but they'll charge you to do so. And I think it's about $250 to create new creative for you. That's something we can get into as an elite training, how getting those things in motion, because their designers are going to make lots of changes for you, but to customize in the way you want them to do, you'll pay for that. So at this time, there's two things I'm going to recommend. One, I'm going to recommend doing what's called a dual part email creative. Now what that means is this. If someone likes to receive HTML email and in their inbox they say, all I want is HTML, then they'll send this creative. But most of us like text emails or haven't allowed our images to show in a text email. So that becomes a plain text email creative. So I'm going to recommend we say send email 1 along with a plain text email. So can I steal your computer back from you?
It's all yours.
Or mine? Awesome. All right. So a couple things we're going to do really simply. One, in this email, we're going to go over here and we're going to need a couple of things. One is email creative. So the first thing we're going to do is I'm going to respond to the email just like you, right? I'm going to pretend I'm you, if you don't mind. And in doing so, I'm going to grab these items on the bottom of the email, pop them up to the very, very top, and make sure I send a very professional response. And let's put it together. All right. Email creative. I'm going to put a colon right there, and it says, please send email
Are you
creative.
screaming at them, brother? All caps?
I'm sorry. Don't scream at them. They're nice people.
Right.
Please
You want to have
send.
develop good relationship with those guys because they can take care of you for a long time.
All right. So we're going to go over that in a couple of seconds, and Vic's going to give us one of those. We're going to work together on it. Number 2, I'm going to send an offer link. We're going to turn to Vic. He's going to get that for us as well in a second. And we're going to need a subject line, and we're going to need a from line, and we're going to work on that together right now as well. And then finally, it's an unsubscribe link. Now, since you're going to Click Promise, they maintain unsubscribers in a database. Now, what is an unsubscriber? If somebody says, I don't want any more emails from you guys at all, they'll click on a link that says unsubscribe, and they'll never get any more messages. So the guys at Click Promise, they'll maintain all that one. This is a generic email because some people are running offers which are not on the Click Promise network. Therefore, if you're running an offer not on the Click Promise network, you need to maintain your own unsubscribe database, which is something we can discuss in great detail in your Champion Elite training down the line. So we'll get into that a little bit later on. So Vic, I need a plain text email creative. I also need an offer link that I can send out using ClickMagick. I also need a nice from line and a subject line. If you can help me with that, that will be great. I'll give you control, and I will write up a nice little email before I send it, and you give it to me.
Awesome, sounds good. So let me walk you guys through the thinking process that I have when I write my emails. Okay, couple tips. Number 1 is I would recommend this. This is for thought for the future, right? As a marketer, I want to develop what's called a marketer's eye. Okay, just a little side note here for you. So I have a Gmail account that I opened up just like a spam Gmail account. I call it a junk Gmail account, right? And so what I do is, as a marketer, I want to know, right, what's out there, what other marketers are saying, what gets my attention, and that kind of stuff, right? So I would go and subscribe to other marketers' lists, okay, and just kind of see what they're sending you, okay? Don't get distracted, very important, but so that you can get ideas, what's going on, right? And so why would I do that? Well, I might do that for a couple of reasons. Number one is, to get my creative juices flowing, right? Maybe I get once in a while I would check that email and there's like 100,000 emails, right? Because everybody's hammering. But just for giggles, sometimes I would just, open it up and just scan it down the line, right? And see if there is a subject line that would pop and get my attention. If there is something that gets my attention, guess what I do? I swipe it, right? And I modify and model it. Does that make sense? So that's going to put you on a road to start thinking creatively a little bit. Okay, it's good for beginners. It's good for you, something to think about. The big thing there is don't get distracted with all that garbage. I'm just fishing for ideas. That's all.
Sure.
Okay. Second idea is like, hey, if I'm in the car, I'm driving down the street and I see banners, right? I see some sign or whatever, and if I see a phrase that catches my attention, I jot it down. Or I type it on my phone, right? Or I just, dictate it on my phone if I'm driving, just to get my mind going. And I want to build myself an arsenal of great ideas, right? Maybe bullet points or whatever that I can use in my marketing, and I can spin around. We're going to talk about that more in detail with you as well, in our further trainings. But for what Jason is looking for right now, so this is good. This is very generic. I'm talking to somebody who just wants to make money, basically. Okay, so I can send this. By the way, when we were talking about sending email to your list, a few minutes ago, you remember that, right? We created a link for sending an email to your own list. You can use something like this as well. Okay, and so over to the right, we're going to provide you with examples. If you have your own list, you can pick an example there, just insert your link, and you're good to go. Let me just walk you guys through the thinking process here. So my subject line could say something like, how to earn, again, there is that up to $500 in 14 days flat, no cost. Okay, that would get a lot of people's attention, and I would give it a test, right? See how it would perform. An email might be something. See how it's short? I don't want to write a book on it, right? So the whole purpose of the subject line is to get an email to get opened. That's it. That's all I want the subject line to do. The whole purpose of the email body right here is what? Is I want them to click the link. That's it. I want to pick their curiosity. I don't want to explain to them the details. I want to keep it somewhat mysterious, right? And like blind, to get people to get over to my website. That's it. So I might say something like, hey, if you could realistically earn up to $500 online in the next 14 days flat, even if you're brand new or on the budget. Okay, what if, right? What if you could? And then I can say, you can, right? Go here and see how at no cost. Now this, I would make a hyperlink. I would make this phrase to be clickable. And of course, it would go to my ClickMagick tracking link, which I already set up for you guys here. Followed similar process. Now here's what I did. See, for the email sources, I made this, right? Other traffic source that we pulled into it, I just named it Click Promise Email Buy. See what I'm saying? So I'm just identifying that. So over here, I can do the same. I can just click it, and I can just say email, Click Promise, email media buy. Okay, just so I know where the traffic is coming from. So I already pulled the links, same process, and I got them over here in the ClickMagick. And here it is, Click Promise Email Drop. I already got my tracking codes and everything, checking pixels placed. We're gonna simply, pull this link out. And here is my rotator link, and I'm rotating between those two landing pages. Same process, you guys, okay? And I will go here and give them this URL to pop and make this URL, this phrase, clickable to go to this link. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Very simple. Jason, I'm going to drop this over to you, brother.
Just give me the link. I've already typed everything up automatically. Just give me the link.
Perfect. Here's the link.
Now, one thing to note, if we're doing a buy on Click Promise, you have two links in there. One of the links you've got set up in Motion Mark is for mortgage professionals. A general audience, this is not the link to send to them.
Right.
You want to go more widespread. So I'd recommend that we adjust this link, which we can do this offline, right, where we're doing it right now, and make this link set up it's not a rotator, only to the main page, because if not, they're going to get a video about you talking about mortgages.
Right.
It's not going to convert.
That makes sense.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
That's a very good
So
point.
for right now, if you want to, can you adjust that link after you've done it?
I can.
Perfect. So you give me that same link. I'll send this over to them, and we'll go back and dub that link down so it's one link to one offer, no rotation.
Yep, absolutely.
All right, you pass it to me. I will take that from here.
As a matter of fact, Jason, you know what
Yeah,
I can
brother.
do?
What's
Here's
that?
what I can do, and this is actually a good thing that you brought this point up. It's a very good point. And since we're doing everything live, and we promised people who are watching this to not leave any stone unturned, I'm going to show you guys how to remove a link from a rotator link. Okay, so that
So I can still put this one together.
same tracking link. Yeah, it's the same link.
Got it.
It'll be the same link, but I will remove the secondary mortgage or the video version from it. Okay,
All right.
so here's how I'm going to do that. I'm going to go back to my ClickMagick here. It's actually a good thing that it happened now because I can show you guys how to do that. I'm going to go to my links. Here's my tracking link, Click Promise, and I'm going to click on the gear. Okay, actually I can see if I can click on this edit. No, I don't want to edit link. I'm going to click on the gear, and I'm going to go to split testing. Okay, and my video, see, this link right here is 14 days. That's my generic. That's this one right here. So I want to send traffic to this landing page. I want to remove this one, right? So here is my video version. I'm going to click remove, just like that. And now I only have one URL in there.
Cool.
And now 100% of the traffic will go there.
Got it.
Make sense? So the link, my link didn't change, still the same link and everything, but I can add more, landing pages, or I can remove them in real time, just like that.
Okay.
So perfect.
Great. All right, I am ready to rock and roll here. Here, I'm going to take control of the screen. I've got your email right over here in front of me. So here it says, Dear Stefan, thank you for taking my order. I am excited to get started. Always good to capitalize your words. Below is the data that you requested to get my email drop completed. 1, email creative. Please send email creative 1 and the assets on Click Promise. CP could be Click Promise, they'll recognize that. As well as the following plain text email, and I wrote it down there specifically. I also put in nice big bold letters, this is the sentence to hyperlink, so they know exactly what they want the whole sentence hyperlinked. Then I gave the actual link. I put your subject line from, we use your name, Mark Parla, it's always the best way to go. And the subject of how to earn up to $500 in 14 days flat, no charge. And then of course, an unsubscribe link, I said none, thanks very much.
Don't send it yet.
Sure?
Got a typo.
Where's that?
On your creative there, so what is, you could realistically go to what if.
Thank you so much.
Good catch, Mark.
You're good, man. You see what? You listen to day number 2, no
Spelling and
grammatical errors.
That's it.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's
All right,
it.
any other changes?
Looks good.
Looks good.
You good, Vic?
Looking good.
All right, I'm going to send this off
Fire away.
to Click Promise, guys, and we are rocking and rolling, my friends. That's all there is to it. You just purchased a media buy, which is your first media buy. You're tracking it in Click Promise, in ClickMagick, and we got our first buy. So Facebook wall tonight's your homework. You're going to do that, and if you don't have a list, and if you don't have a list, that's quite all right. We just now engage 1,000 click order to get things in gear. So that's in motion. We're going to get the traffic in gear. You guys can see the results the next couple of days, and we're rocking and rolling.
Cool.
Awesome. Great session. Everything makes sense? So listen, if you need to watch this video over again, of course, just like with any other videos, you can watch this as many times as your heart desires.
Yes.
Right? Main thing is you get these ideas, make sure you understand everything, and it's simple as that, my friends. So
Exactly.
we're good.
Have some fun. We'll see the stats in a couple of days, what this drop did. Make sure we make some money from it or what the results are. And we keep going that every single day, different traffic sources, different angles, and getting to find out what's making us money and start earning some commissions. We'll see you guys.
See you tomorrow.
Cheers.